Three practices we believe the business should tailor to the Japan and Argentina market to be effective is negotiation style when making decisions, leading and motivating employees, and developing market strategy.
Planning and decision-making on a strategic business level in Japan and Argentina should differ from decision-making in New Zealand, as the negotiation styles place significance on different things.
Current Atlas 2020 states that New Zealand and Japan are both point-oriented, which means when negotiating, they usually stay on track and on the decision alone. Argentinian negotiations are prone to trivial discussions, in which unimportant topics are touched on regularly.
New Zealand negotiations are clear and distinct, which means no means no in New Zealand. In Japan, they have an avoidance of a direct no because it's seen as disrespectful. This is not the case in Argentina, in which challenges are not only accepted but welcomed. Both countries have a high emotional sensitivity, which means there are non-verbal cues during negotiation that can be overlooked in New Zealand, which won't be in Japan and Argentina.
For a New Zealand company to negotiate effectively in Japan and Argentina, they must have a greater awareness of non-verbal cues. This means they should be cautious in their display of body language and attitude to accommodate Japan and Argentina's high emotional sensitivity. With that said, they must be averse to direct disagreements in Japan, but comfortable with confrontation in Argentina.
Leading employees on an operational level should differ in Japan and Argentina, as what motivates the employees is different from New Zealand.
Informal environment settings such as cultural differences influence how Japan, Argentina, and New Zealand will differ in what motivates employees. Under Hofstede's dimension analysis, Japan and Argentina have high uncertainty avoidance. This means that employees will be motivated by job security over risky yet fast-track advancement.
Japan and Argentina have higher power distance compared to New Zealand, which means the relationship between managers and employees in Japan and Argentina is hierarchical, and managers require little input from employees in the decision-making process.
Japan's high masculinity means that employees seek to gain materialistic rewards and prestige from their jobs. Furthermore, under the formal environmental context, Argentina's high poverty rate of 40.9% means financial compensation will influence employees in Argentina more so than in New Zealand.
In order to effectively motivate and lead in Japan and Argentina, a company must emphasize job security over risky growth, meaning that jobs in Argentina and Japan should be long-term contracts. Moreover, employees in Japan and Argentina will be more responsive to financial compensation than in New Zealand. Leadership should not be collaborative in both countries. It should embrace the hierarchical structures, and managers should direct employees as subordinates rather than teammates.
Marketing revolves around the creation of value for consumers through promotion of the product and penetration of target audiences. Planning market strategy at the business level tailored to Japan and Argentina will optimize the effectiveness of marketing.
Unlike New Zealand, Japan and Argentina have low individualism. This means that as a collectivist culture, Japan and Argentina consumers will tend to buy many things from one retailer rather than one thing from many retailers, and value a brand's long-term reputation rather than its novelties.
As consumers in Japan and Argentina usually buy multiple products from one retailer, diversifying the company's product line by implementing a differentiation strategy may translate into launching a wide variety of product and product variants. Emphasis on high-quality products will fast-track goodwill and trust from customers.
In 2018, Harvard Business Review states that Japan consumers buy in bulk more frequently via different channels because of the relatively high level of disposable income and widespread tech adoption. Because of this, a strong online presence in Japan will be significant for market strategy. This will not be as effective in Argentina, as the poverty level is higher than New Zealand and Japan, so technology is not as accessible.
In conclusion, our recommendation to successfully assimilate into the Japan and Argentina market is that the company must consider adapting practices to how the institutional environment differs in each country.
This includes accommodating high emotional sensitivity when negotiating, emphasizing job security, financial compensation, and hierarchy when motivating employees. The business should also look at developing market strategy by diversifying product lines to accommodate Argentina's collectivism and a strong online presence to utilize Japan's tech proficiency.